This is Mexico City behind me, and I'm Dan. And maybe you don't know me because if you're a Rod Stewart fan and you're watching this, you probably don't see my other videos of me doing these things at other concerts. So hello to those who are new. Some of you have seen me for years and years. I've been doing this since 2008, and I got a lot of videos like this. And I'll explain for those who are new what I'm going to do. As I said, in Mexico City, here to see, as you can see in the video title, here to see Rod Stewart. Some call him Rod the Mod. That's just a nickname. His name is Rod Stewart. This is Richard.
Hi everybody.
Not Richard the Mod, just Richard. Plain old Richard. You may have seen him in some...
I was in the Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, Metallica.
Yeah. I think it was in the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, you came later. So I'm here with Nash. I was supposed to do this with Lily, my ex-wife. She ended up going to Cancun kind of at the last minute for a family thing. So Nash, Richard stepped in. And so what I do in these videos is, if you don't know, in Mexico City they sell great, really great bootleg merchandise. Now Nash and I have been walking around for maybe 45 minutes, and not nearly as much Rod is playing at, it's here in front of me, a place called Palacio de los Deportes. It's around a 20,000 seat arena, and I believe it is sold out, save for a few seats on the floor that are like 5,800 pesos, I think. Very expensive. So they not as much merchandise as normal, which I think is, I'm not sure if that's pandemic reasons or we were just talking about this. I think the people that come to a Rod Stewart concert are not the same people that come to a Kiss concert, Metallica, Iron Maiden, you know, all these other bands that I see that are really big on merch. Here's a preview. Here's the first stand behind me. This is the subway station here. This is the little tour of the city. And the bootleg merch in Mexico is fantastic. Very reasonably priced. It's going to be about 1/3 of the official stuff inside, and it's going to be about 20 times as much selection as inside. Really good stuff. So that's what I'm going to show. I'll start here briefly. This is you come off the metro over here, and you cross this bridge. What a nice sky tonight. And this is the first one you see. And it's not just shirts. She's got these are insulated drinking containers, flasks, not thermoses. That's a brand. Out of Order, the only Rod Stewart full album that I've ever bought, and I'll talk about that shortly, about my history with Rod Stewart. We'll move on? All right, we'll get this started. So I'll kind of start here, although I already started back there. I'll give my Rod Stewart history. I always talk about my history with the bands that I'm going to see as I have the merch in the background. I'll show it closer up. I'm a casual Rod Stewart fan, I guess. I'm a metalhead. For those of you who are watching because of Rod Stewart and you don't know me, I'm a metalhead. I love Metallica, Iron Maiden, Kiss, Motorhead, Slayer. Those are my favorites, and I'll show this. Wrong way. That woman was waving at the camera. So here, just a little teaser. So this is some tote bags. These are 150 pesos. I think I saw a price somewhere. These are 150. I just heard 150 also for the hats. And these cups. Do you think I'm sexy? Is that the same design as the hats, or the bags? A couple of different shirts. They got his album cover collage there. All right, moving on. So I'm a pretty casual Rod Stewart fan, as is Richard.
Very casual.
Yeah, I know the hits and a few deep cuts. As I mentioned, I've only ever bought one album. That was Out of Control in 1989. And my concert history, as I show, nice display. He's only got 3 styles, but he's got them laid out very nicely. That's a nice display this guy has. So I saw Rod in 1989. It was June. I remember the date, June 5th, 1989. at the Sky Dome, which is now the Rogers Center where the Blue Jays play. Notable because that was the first concert ever in the Sky Dome. It opened, I think the first game was the next night or 2 nights later or something. So the concert was that June 5th, 1989. That was my only time seeing Rod Stewart's first concert at Sky Dome. So it's been 34 years. And kind of like I saw Billy Joel a few years ago, just before the pandemic. Like really just before, I think like a week before everything closed down, Billy Joel played at the Foro Sol, the stadium across the street. And I like this shirt, by the way. I like that kind of a retro look, Rod's actual look, plus the logo and the colors and everything. It's very 70s looking. So I saw Billy Joel across the way at Foro Sol, the stadium. This is an arena that Rod Stewart is playing in. Not because I really like Billy Joel, but I think these guys are getting on in years, and they're not going to be around much longer. And I think obviously they've been legends for many, many years. I'm kind of getting to, and also I just really like going to big concerts. They're very, very fun, especially in Mexico. And so that's why I saw Billy Joel. But I really do want to see Rod Stewart. So that's my Rod Stewart history. Here's a nice, well-lit stand. Some stands are going to have the same things. The cups. These are notebooks. Look at that. Each page. I think that's Rod Stewart's personal autograph. God, imagine he sat down. He had to sign each page of each book. Whoops! I almost upset that. Upset the balance. So autographed. Awesome. Whoops. Alright, I'll move on here. Alright, Richard is going to explain this shirt.
The shirt, Dan, is a Rod Stewart tribute jersey. I believe you guys call them. We call them shirts. It's Celtic. It represents Glasgow Celtic, who is Rod Stewart's Scottish favourite football team. We were talking about like the different teams in Scotland, and actually there's a lot of, I could say bigotry, but a lot of religious-based problems between the Catholics of Celtic and the Protestants of Rangers, which makes it a real fierce rivalry in British football, if not world football. But yeah, Rod Stewart is a Celtic fan. That's why we got these Celtic shirts.
Very good explanation, and if you couldn't tell from the accent, Richard is from Texas.
Yeah.
Good explanation.
Thank you.
Here's the shirt I might buy. I was thinking, nah, there's no way I'm going to buy a Rod Stewart shirt, but I kind of like this one. Do you think I'm sexy? I like that shirt. Maybe the camera can't pick it up, but it's quite colorful. I like that. And there's another one that we saw that I'm between that one and Do you think I'm sexy? And they really do have, they really get everything. They get pens. These are probably, I would guess, 10 pesos, maybe 15 or 20. Dog tag or keychains. Lighters. Boots. Buttons, pins, whatever you call them. Little shot glasses. And these are all quite reasonably priced. Caballitos. ¿Cuánto cuestan los caballitos? 80 pesos for those. That's a little bit expensive for those. Ashtrays for people who still smoke. Coffee cups for people who still drink coffee. And yeah, there's 150 pesos for the tote bags, which is pretty cool. Those are actually pretty decent bags. They're very thick. And here's more Ranger shirts. Whoops, Celtic, not Ranger.
Yeah, bad mistake to make that.
Yeah, I could get killed in some parts of the world for making such a mistake. And even the chips are bootleg here. These are not Lay's or Sabritas. These are Pirata, papas piratas. Sabritas piratas. Some, what is this? Tacos de canasta? Tacos de canasta, ¿verdad? Alright, we'll go over to this section. A flask, if you ever want to try sneaking some liquor in wherever you're going, this is what you want. And this has the lyrics to Maggie May. Oh, it's the same one I saw before, the autographed one. But it's Maggie May on the back. What has this got? What's this got on the back? Oh, just, that's early 80s, I think. That's around 82, 83. Camouflage era. These cool lighters. These are like rechargeable USB lighters. Yeah, there it is. It heats up and you light your smoke on there. And you charge it there. Cool. With the wind blowing the right way, this might be hot eggs. But if you pan around, it's actually hot legs. Hot legs. I love you, honey. Hot eggs are good too. Oh, she's there. There's the model. All right, looks good. Very nice. And I mentioned there was another shirt I was thinking about buying. We couldn't find it. There was one. A lot of the stands have the have the same things. You see a lot of repeat stuff. And there was one stand that had a really cool hot legs shirt. It was a gray shirt, very 80s, with like a neon pink outline of like some legs crossed like this, and it said hot legs. And then the guy was gone. The guy, the stand, everything was gone. So hopefully I can find him again. I think I would have bought that shirt. We're kind of going back in that direction now. And I'll say something about my celebrity status. I got bombarded. Actually, this was very cool. I always get recognized at concerts when I do these because people know me from concerts, and I stand out. I'm only saying that. It's not boasting, it's true. I'm gringo. I'm speaking English. I'm taller than most in Mexico. I'm wearing shorts, and I have blonde hair. I'm clearly not Mexican, so I stand out. So when we got here, maybe 2 hours ago, Richard went to get something to eat, and a guy came up to me kind of like excitedly holding his phone in his hand. He didn't speak English, and he said, look, and he was in the middle of watching one of my videos from Vietnam. I went to Vietnam in February, and this guy was watching one of my Vietnam videos as he saw me. It was incredible. That was strange. And then, so he asked for a picture. How many people took pictures with me?
4?
Was it more than that?
5? It was a little bit of a line.
Yeah, it was a line. It was a lot of people. I was given free beer. The perks of being a Q-list celebrity. You get 1 can of free beer. And then I did a little interview. I met a guy, his name is David. He told me he has a channel called Castormania with a K. And he did a little impromptu interview with me on his, or he did it with me. I guess he's going to put it on his channel. Hello, David, or anybody that watches this video from his video, hello and welcome. Yeah, so like that guy with the hot legs shirt, whoops, that was a fast rotate. He was right here, and he's gone. And I'll say, without judgment, it's an older crowd at Rod Stewart, and maybe a little bit more well-to-do. Although I still see a lot of young people here. Usually I'm the oldest of these crowds. I'm maybe, what are we, around average age here? Older than average. But I see a number of people older than us. Oh, this guy, he's looking at something. Yeah, she was waving. Everybody wants to be on the camera, but they're always on the wrong side. They're always waving. They don't realize that the camera's pointed at me. What was I saying?
It's not here anymore.
Oh no, I said something after that. I don't know. Oh, about the age of the crowd. Yeah, older and maybe more well-to-do. I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire a few months ago, and it was the same thing. This is very different than a Metallica or Iron Maiden crowd, but pretty cool and pretty quiet too. Not a lot of vendors and not a lot of. What time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock, and it starts at 9. At a metal concert, there would be a far bigger crowd at this point. I think I'll show the official merch inside as well. We had lots of time, so we've come to the other side of the arena, and it's pretty much the same stuff. Seen a few new things. Posters.
No, y ahorita la casa está sí, hay, pero yo no sé. Hay muchos puestos. Ah, ok, muchas gracias. Sí, te mando. ¿Dónde vamos a estar? ¿Qué puertas? Esta sería la 5 y esta sería la 6. La 5 y la 6.
Gracias.
Hola Alex. Sí, manda 3 cuartos. Este viene el lugar,
It's a slow-moving crowd.
Una playera.
Oh, traffic jam here. That shirt is under consideration as well. Oh, this guy takes cards. He's the only guy I've seen that takes cards.
What was the shirt you saw?
The one, that kind of retro-looking one, the 70s one.
Igual a mí me encanta andar.
We're in another section here. This is Avenida Churubusco. This is the, I guess, the east side of the arena. There's a whole bunch up here. Same stuff. Here's the Rod Stewart potato chips. I'm here at the official merchandise stand in front of, there's a throng of people here to buy official merchandise, and that's what I'm about to show now. We finished with the bootleg and we've come inside. Are you ready for the official merchandise? Because here it comes. Yeah. Poor Rod. And that's because shirts are 600 pesos for t-shirts and 1,200 pesos for these hoodies are 1,200 pesos. That's why nobody is buying it. Even these cheap plastic cups are 100 pesos. To put it into perspective, these 600 peso t-shirts, the bootlegs outside are 200. That's almost double. There's nothing outside that costs 1,200 pesos. The hats are 500. So there you go. I love it. I love seeing that that these people get shut out of merch. So I'll wrap it up from here. That's all. So Nash and I, we're gonna go inside now and go see Rod Stewart for the first time for me in 34 years. First time for Nash ever. Here's a couple of suckers. It's getting a little busy now. What time is it? It's about 8:40. Concert's supposed to start in about 20 minutes. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this very, very high entertainment programming that you watch for free, so don't complain. So that's all. Rod Stewart, off to the races.